Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman, and thank you, Director Young, for coming before the committee today. You made reference in your testimony to confronting historic challenges, but what we didn't hear a word about was how this president will confront the historic crisis at the southern border. The silence of the president's budget and your silence on this crisis in your testimony actually speaks very loudly. I've been to the border 2 times, that's twice as much as our current borders are, and seen firsthand the chaos this president has created. It really is a crisis of the president's own making. And even our Border Patrol agents have no problem admitting that this is a man-made crisis by this administration, even saying that they had prepared for the change of administration. They prepared for the influx and the surge of migrants crossing the border. But just like Mike Tyson says, everyone has a plan until you get punched in the face. And our Border Patrol has been punched in the face by this administration. The president appointed Kathleen Kamala as border czar and refuses to provide the real resources and policies necessary to secure the border. Your budget has a 0% increase in Homeland Security, no money to finish building a border wall, when in the previous budget, approved and allocated funds were diverted from border wall construction, and contractors are still being paid despite construction halting. I'm a business owner. You don't pay people for not doing the work, yet the American people are paying contractors to not build the wall. But $4 billion in rewards to Central American countries who are flooding our border with illegal immigrants are in your budget. Your budget mentions border security 0 times in all 72 pages of the budget proposal. This is at a time when border crossings are at a 21-year high, and there are 22,000 unaccompanied minors in HHS custody. You talk about the matter of conscience and moral and the unaccompanied minors who are at the border, but parents are self-separating from their children because of this administration's policies. In April, CBP encountered a record high of over 170,000 illegal aliens. May is the 3rd straight month of over 170,000 apprehensions, which hasn't occurred since 2000. Authorities are on pace to apprehend a 1.35 million illegal a year, the most since 2000. Meanwhile, the Biden administration released more than 26,233 to be exact, illegal aliens into communities across the United States. I have seen them bust from McAllen, Texas, nation, and even flown on our airplanes paid for by United States tax dollars. And they're getting on those planes without an ID as well. CBP arrested 5,900 violent criminals in just the first 4 months of this Biden's term. Arrests for murders are up 1,133%. Arrests for sex crimes doubled. Arrests for weapons smuggling almost quadrupled. And arrests for drug traffickers tripled. Without the funds, infrastructure, technology, and support for our brave CBP and law enforcement, the cartels win and human beings suffer. I think the one question I have for you, Director, and most Americans have for this president and this administration is just how long will you be ceding the southern border to the cartels?
I'd like to remind everyone who cares about where the border funding came from last administration. We are returning the billions of dollars that were taken from our men and women and troops in uniform for the southern border work. So this administration is returning Department of Defense money that bipartisan members decried as taking away from critical projects.
Excuse me, reclaiming my time. We're not talking about the funding that was taken away right now, and we are currently paying contractors to not build. I asked you, how long will you be ceding the southern border to the cartels? That is my question to you, Director.
Well, given the bipartisan concern from the stealing from DOD, I thought it was important to highlight that, and also highlight that we are moving away from an unsustainable border wall that has not worked to technology, as you pointed out, to
reclaiming my time. Reclaiming my time. I need you to answer the question that I'm asking you. This is my time. How long will you be ceding our southern border to the cartels?
That's not a question with an assumption in which I'm going to assume. So we can certainly talk about the reassessment
Our
at the
time is
border.
up. Thank you very much, Director.
you.
Our time has expired. Thank you, Director.